Yeah, there's a bunch of FUs and a bunch of fingers that get thrown up in the air. That's definitely a part. We all got some Clark in here. Okay, here's the movements for next week. Okay, next week is 1RM week. And with our 1RM week, these are going to be what we're working on. So, I don't remember the exact order that we're doing the 1RMs in, but for sure, you are doing what's called a power snatch. Pulling from the floor, okay, you end in that quarter squat, and then you stand all the way up. That is a power snatch. We're definitely doing a 1RM with this. This guy here, this girl, sorry, is a push press. Okay, so that's that knee dip and that up.
Why?
Why what? You get momentum.
No, body parts.
Oh, it's just the work here. Where's core? Where's that fast switch? Like that sprint. It's like a sprint of shoulder presses. Yeah. It just gives you momentum to lift more weight. Okay? This dude is doing a thruster. Okay, that's a front squat to a shoulder press. My favorite little CrossFit athlete, Christmas Abbott, she's doing a front squat. You see how high her elbows are, okay? Carrying that weight. And then Diane Foolish, she's known in the CrossFit world, and that's her demo of a clean. So when we're doing the 1RM 4 cleans, it's not a power clean, it will be a squat clean. So you can see where she's catching the bar on that second last image. She's in that full front squat, and then she's going to stand up. If you're not comfortable doing that weight for 1RM, then you are just going to work the skill of that if you don't want to do the conditioning classes. I'm going to touch on that in a little bit. We're good with this? Okay, now I'm going to start, because I hear this all the time. I don't want to lift weights, I don't want to do Olympic lifting because I don't want to get bulky. Okay? This is what people think is going to happen if you lift weights. This is what really happens. You just get toned. Unless you want to get bulky, then you can talk to Renee and she'll give you a freaking bulking up program to eat. Because you have to eat that and you have to supplement that to get that freaking body weight show, okay? Does that make sense? You like that? You like that? Yeah. Okay? It's like saying jogging is you can run a marathon if you just jog. Okay? That's not, get that image out of your head. Lifting weights is really, really, really important. It works fast twitch muscles. It gives you strength. It gives you balance. It gives you agility. Yeah? Bone density. And it's fun. You just get to throw the barbell down on the ground. Who heard me grunting this morning? It's a lot of it.
One more.
Oh yeah, because I was missing my tennis match partner today. Actually, you know what though? Since a few of us started grunting, a few more of y'all started grunting. So we're a whole whack load of tennis players now. Does this make sense to you guys? Don't be scared of pushing big weight. Women especially. You guys, you veer so far away from that barbell because you're just so scared you're going to get bulky. But you will get toned, okay? Ask Steph. She can't wear her blazers anymore because her shoulders will rip the shit out of those blazers. But that's the cool thing is that you get definition. And then when you do fall, say that you slip in the wintertime, your body's going to be better able to handle that because it's going to be stronger, okay? But to get like muscle mania over here, you need to eat that. You need to get that with the food. You're not going to get that by, eating 1,900 calories a day. That makes sense? Okay, and this is what I mean. All right, muscle to no muscle to what is deemed in the world of fitness as healthy. Okay, a marathon runner is not healthy. They have no bone density, none. Okay, the image here, this is the muscle that she's probably got. Okay, and then you stack her beside, actually I should have left the other picture that was on there. You stack her beside some girl that just squats at the gym with whatever. Okay, she's got a full figure because she's got the muscle mass. So, do you see the difference here? Okay. Do you want this? Do you want, like, I'm not going to say string bean arms, but do you want like little non-existent muscles? Because that's not going to help you. There's going to be, you're going to decrease in bone. Okay, especially in women. The older we we get that whole, if we stay small like this, it's the whole osteoporosis that can kind of kick in there. Okay, then we get weaker bones. We don't want that. Okay, we don't want to fall and break shit. Okay, so you need the muscles. This leads you back to lifting weight. And don't be scared to push heavy. I mean, you want to be smart about it, but you don't want to not be scared about it. Okay? Now, with all of that said, if you're doubting your lift, you walk away from the bar and you're done. If you're like, I can probably lift it, but I'm not sure, and then you hum and haw about it, and you're like, no, you're done. Walk away. You won't get hurt. Trust me, I did that. Okay? Is that making sense to you guys? Just because she's a marathon runner does not make her healthy. Just because you think that she's got abs there does not make her healthy. So this leads me to that body composition. Okay? When you, this is the same size girl, but this is a healthy girl compared to the non-healthy. So think of this as that, I don't know, Christmas Abbott, and think of her as a marathon runner. This is the marathon runner. So here's the fatty tissue around the muscle. Okay, you see that? So she's got no muscle mass, which means she's more with the fatty tissue. Where do we see that? You get that? Same girl, same size, but look at the muscle mass compared to the fat. That's what weightlifting does. That's what kind of pushing for that stuff does. This is what this whole challenge is about, is changing that body composition. So many of us have this thing that we have to lose weight, when in reality, we just have to get healthier. Okay? We were talking about that, was it with you? Body dysmorphia? Yeah. We're going to get to that in 2 seconds. Okay? But you can see she weighs the same. But one is healthy and one is unhealthy. This is what they call quote-unquote skinny fat. Yeah? Make sense? Marathon runner? Athlete. Marathon runner, athlete. I don't want to pick on marathon runners because not every marathon runner is that, but, okay? No, there's no balance in the muscles. She only works one set of muscles and her lungs.
That's not healthy, like it's.
No, it's not healthy.
It's that kind of workout though.
No,
She's
long
running
distance.
25 kilometers and she's eating pretty good.
Yeah, her nutrition might be really, really good, but where's her muscle mass? She's got none because she doesn't work anything else other than that forward running motion.
It's all legs.
It's like one muscle and calves.
But her heart so she's working her
Well,
heart.
she's got a good cardio system.
Yeah.
She's got good endurance. For sure she'll have good endurance.
But
But it doesn't mean anything if she doesn't work an all-around body.
It's
workout.
not balanced.
It's not, yeah, it's a complete muscle imbalance. And this is why, when you guys look at the schedule, oh, I just washed my hands from all the chalk. When you look at the schedule and it comes out and you're like, well, I suck at squats, so I'm not going to go on squat day, you're completely doing a disservice to yourself because you're only as strong as your weakest link in your body. Okay? I know my core is an issue. So when I have WODs with the core in it, I usually force myself to do it. I hate doing sit-ups, I hate doing hollow rockers, but I do them anyways because that's an imbalance for me. Okay? Having to work things with dumbbells, that's a complete imbalance for me since my shoulder surgery. But again, you're going to eat it because you want to work your weakness, right? So what I want you guys to do from now to the end of this challenge is find something that you aren't quote-unquote good at and come to those classes and push. And it sucks. And you can bitch and complain and you can tell me to go fuck myself, but come. Because you're going to find that everything else that you're strong at becomes even stronger. If I tighten up my core, my clean comes better. My snatch becomes better. Okay? Anything overhead becomes tighter. Is that making sense to you guys? Okay? Eating healthy, working out. You know, some people have really good genes. They can stay skinny and sit on the couch and eat a bag of potato chips a day. But this is what she's going to look like inside. That resonates with you guys? That's kind of clicking in that brain of yours? All right. Okay. I got a video here. This was a Dove commercial that kind of flew around Facebook. This is geared towards women, but this is also, I want the boys here. This is a big thing for boys too. And it's becoming more and more popular, and actually, I don't know how many of you guys know the band Silverchair, but the lead singer of Silverchair used to be anorexic. Because he had this whole, I have to be on stage, and I have to stay skinny, and look fat in those pictures, so he kind of got into that. Okay, so we're gonna start that video. Fucked up? How many of you guys associated yourself with every one of those girls out there? Boys, you can admit this too if you want. Okay? It hits home. I saw a few of you guys choking some stuff back. Okay? This is real shit. So, I'm going to pull a mindset thing here, and we're going to go around, and I want you guys to look at your one person beside you, and you're going to tell them one feature that you like the most about them. Okay? We're going to start with you. I think that you have the most beautiful face. It just lights up all the time. You just smile. And you can go to John and then kind of go down the rows.
I love the fact that you rock a beard. Because a lot of guys don't.
I'm always happy to see Steph. She's just happy all the time and just a great smile.
You're Tracy.
Hi. Very kind eyes.
I love her energy and her motivation is amazing. Her eyes are gorgeous.
She does have good eyes. Okay, go for Laura.
Hi. You're very inspiring to me because you seem very strong to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, surprising. Kim, I love your energy and your smile and your eyes. You just light up the room. Yeah. Thank you. Hello. This is really uncomfortable. I love your smile. Thank you. And I love your eyes. They're really kind. You really seem to be a really good listener with your eyes. Thank you. Yeah, that's really uncomfortable.
It's very strange to have a compliment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're done.
Thank you.
I love it.
I absolutely love that you are a rebel. And I know that's something you can hardly control. And just know your personality. You are wonderful, Kurt. I love to be with you.
Barb, you can come across to Linda over here.
Thank you.
Yeah, just
You're open. Your face, the way you look at people and smile, you're very open, and it makes me want to talk to you and get to know you.
just proceed with your proceed.
Warm and friendly. I don't know. I just feel like I want to hug you.
I always want to hug her.
Thank you.
I'm just a Jackie.
You have a very nice smile. You look like you're very friendly. And you have a beautiful smile, and your skin, you've got very nice skin.
I love your eyes, deep brown eyes, and I love your skin tone.
You don't have to. No.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You need to hear it.
Okay.
Well, I've said this is something that we do in the Invest in Yourself classes because it's so important for you to really feel what others see, because sometimes you don't see it, right? So I've done this before with Lynn, and it's her smile and her bright white teeth, her big white smile. It's very warming.
It's very Okay, how difficult was that to hear? Was it pretty difficult, some of you guys?
Yeah.
Awkward, right? Because, was it you that you said you had no idea?
It's boring, right?
What Nadine said about you?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I didn't.
So, was this a
That was
surprise to
weird
you
for
guys
me
what
to
people
hear,
see
yeah.
about you?
It's super nice to hear you not comment about my beard.
Well, you fucking. You know what, for me, I would see it would be, you're so welcoming. I just always like to give you a hug. Okay.
I have to say that as soon as Barb came over, like, I don't know if you noticed, but my eyes welled up and
Yeah.
I got all red, and I like, I wanted to run out the door.
Because it's uncomfortable to get a compliment, and it's uncomfortable to feel that, and it's because you don't see what the world sees. All you see is the bad, okay? And I know we're getting a little deep here, and I know this isn't really about fitness, but this has a lot to do with fitness, because when you guys come into the gym and you doubt what you can do here, like in the box here, then you doubt a lot of stuff, and you limit yourself in your potentiality of big gains, okay? It's the same with your nutrition. If you guys know your worth and you know their value, and you know what you're doing to your insides with healthy foods, you would eat healthy all the time. You'd never eat processed shit. Never. You wouldn't touch it. Okay? So that video, it came to me yesterday and it stuck with me all day. And I debated hardcore on whether or not to put it on, because I know when I first saw it, I was bawling. Because I remember before I started all this mindset stuff on myself, like, I lost 50 pounds. So for me, before I started that, I still saw myself as 190 pounds. I never saw that I was small. I never saw that I was getting muscles. I never saw any of that until I saw pictures and I was like, holy, when did I start looking like this? Right? Take the blinders off and try to see what the world sees a little bit. And you'd be surprised at how much more you can actually start to love yourselves, okay? This, like I was saying before, boys also have a lot of this. They need to look like Ken, that Ken doll. We have to look like Barbie. Like, we're not gonna look like Barbie. Okay? And see, and it's the same thing, okay? The guy looking in the mirror, he sees, this is what I used to see. That's what I used to see. When I lost my weight, I kept calling it ghost weight. It stayed with me forever until I told it to go fuck itself. And say, no, this is what I look like now. This is my new body now. Okay? Trust me, that creeps in sometimes. And when that creeps in sometimes, I'll come and I'll work out and I'll bust out 6 days a week. But this is like, get this shit out of your head. Everything that you guys just heard from somebody else, that's like a lot of us see the same thing. Okay? Cool. Too deep? Shut your ego up. It's a fucking liar. Okay? If you're making excuses as to why not to come to the gym, that's the ego telling you you're good here. You can stay here. You're comfortable here. Stay on the couch, watch The Biggest Loser. Watch them lose weight. Okay? But then, I used to watch that show. That's stupid. Okay? But it's a liar. The thing that tells you you can't do something, you can do it. You have a whole team here that tells you you can do it. Use your team. You got a whole fucking community. We got 50 plus people here at LTF. Okay? Okay? That's it there. This is all mindset stuff. Mirror stuff. Okay? That goes back to that whole, what that girl saw, what the girls see. When they look at themselves in the mirror, they see that older face. Boys see a lot more weight on them. Okay? You gotta get past that, and you gotta start loving yourself more. You got to, because it's gonna play here at the gym as well. Now, for those of you who are fucking stuck on the pounds, I know this is a Get Fit Challenge, and I know this was about weight loss, but I was hoping in this whole 12 weeks to get more mindset in you guys than fucking stuff about the numbers. It is just a scale. It is just a number on the scale. It does not measure your value to the gym. It does not measure your value to your community, because each one of you brings something awesome to this community. Without you, I'd be missing a piece of my chain. And I'm so thankful to have each one of you guys here. Every one of you guys. You all do something amazing for me. Trust me. I fucking brag about you guys all the time. My mom tells me to shut up. Okay? But this is what I want you guys to really focus on. It is just a number on the scale. It's not measuring what's going on inside, because you guys are changing what's going on inside. Every time you come into the gym and you bust out that filthy 50s that we did today, that was insane. It was fun though. It was bullshit. It was a fucking bullshit. Okay? So is this kind of hitting you guys a little bit with that stuff? Alright. I'm almost done.
That scale thing changes, I find, because there's enough things that you see change in your life. You can climb a set of stairs.
Yeah.
It starts changing you to say, hey, I can do this now. I haven't done squatting for 30 years, and then I come to the gym and I see everybody else doing squatting, and I got this mental block not to squat. So then all of a sudden I'm doing it, even though it's maybe not a full squat, but it's still moving towards the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
So mentally, it's really, you see that number on the scale, it's like going, who fucking cares? I just lost a notch on my freaking belt.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what happens.
Damn, my pants slid down.
Yeah.
So the scale is only 2 pounds less.
Do you want to tell your story with your pants that you just had this week? She pulled out a pair of pants 4 years ago that she never wore, and she fit in them. What is it, 4 years?
I have them in my closet for about 4 years, and they're cool pants, so I was not getting rid of those. They're the pants that just don't go out of style. And I'm like, and I would put them on once in a while and then get really upset because if your clothes don't fit you properly and you're hanging out, it's really discouraging, right? So I'd put them on once in a while and I'd end up taking them off like a couple hours later because they just didn't fit. And then I pulled them out the other day and I wore them like all day. And I'm like, look. Yeah, I even got a little bit of room. So I just gained a new pair of jeans for $0.
So there's stuff like, yeah, so if the number's on the scale, yeah, like William said, it's just, it turns into a number.
Yeah, and I didn't lose a pound.
Yeah.
No.
You gotta find something else that you huckleberry.
Yeah.
That drives you, right?
Yeah, so there you go, guys. So
Like
there.
coming to the gym and said, John did this and this, and I'm like, fuck John.
I'm like,
I
well,
know you do that shit. People would do that too. Fucking play with this, and you would,
I use these two against each other all the time.
That's what Monica and I do.
Good,
Monica
at least one
did
more
145, eh?
Okay? But see, like, if you have that motivation to push for it, right? Like, so it's all this stuff. It just, and the numbers on the scale, you end up finding a new goal. And this was the whole purpose of this Get Fit Challenge, because you get to find new goals. Yeah, weight loss is great. Yeah, it's all good to have a size 0G. I wouldn't want a size 0. I'd never fit my legs in that. But do you know what I mean? Like, for me, I want to weigh 160 pounds. I hit my goal, kind of. But I want to be muscle. It's just a number. It's got nothing to do with anything else. Okay? It'll give you $500 at the end of this if you have the most weight loss. But then I want you guys to start thinking about new stuff. Which is going to lead me to this whole list here. I want you guys to set an 8-week goal. What? That's in 2 weeks from now, right? 2 weeks from now. You have a goal that you need to reach in 2 weeks. I don't care what it is. Find an extra day at the gym. Okay? You want to lift that extra rep. You want to do this. You want to do that. Whatever it is, do it. You got 2 weeks to accomplish it. Okay? The next one. You're going to set a goal for December 6th. And I want it so that it's not, you're not going to say, well, I'm going to lose 50 pounds from now till. Make it so that it's a reasonable, attainable goal, but make it so that you have to push for that goal. Okay? If you've lost 15 pounds and your goal was to lose 17 pounds, maybe up that a little bit. Okay? If your goal was to come to the gym 3 days a week, let's change it to 4 or 5 days a week. Let's push. Now, we got 6 weeks left. I've got you guys for 6 weeks left. I'm hoping that you guys all stay after the challenge. But we got 6 weeks left. I've got 6 weeks with you. I'm going to make them the most uncomfortable 6 weeks you've ever thought possible. Okay? Because I want your goals. I want you to achieve your goal. Plan your workouts accordingly to improve your weakest movements. Okay? So remember what I was telling you before. I hate core. I hate those fucking workouts because if I do sit-ups, then they just rip my tailbone up and I just fucking can't do anything. I can't shower because it hurts. Okay, so I smell for a week and it's horrible. But I do it because it's a weakness of mine. Find the workouts, the ones that you hate the most, and do them. I don't care if you're here for an hour doing 50 burpees. If you can't do 50 burpees, then you start working at getting 50 burpees. Right, Tracy? Huh? So plan accordingly. So the 1 RM week, that's coming up next week. So you guys have all those movements for 1 RM. But if your goal is weight loss, and you don't give a shit about how heavy you can lift, then do the conditioning. Hands down, you're coming in, you see 1 workout, you see 2 workouts. You go, I don't want to do that, I don't give a shit about that, so I'm going to do this. And then you push your fucking asses off for that conditioning. You all saw what next week is. Well, you didn't, you don't look. But for those of you guys who looked, you saw it. It's a fun, hard week. It'll be a good time. Next Saturday is going to suck ass balls, but it's going to be so much fun. I don't know what an ass ball is, and we'll let you know. Okay? Let's figure that out. What can an ass ball be? We'll figure that out.
What they said do this morning's work.
Yeah, this morning's work. Okay, and then if your goal is to do conditioning and to find your 1 RM, which is my goal, I am going to do 2 workouts a day for 5 days. So I'm going to have 10 workouts done by Friday. That is my goal. Because I'll probably just do them back-to-back 5:30 to 6:30 in the morning. But if not, like if you guys are interested in that, come and do conditioning in the morning, come and do the 1 RM in the afternoon. If you're wanting to do 1 RM in the morning, come and condition in the afternoon, evening. Okay, if that's a goal, if that's an interest of you. And if it's like you want to find out how heavy you can thrust, come to the 1 RM thrust day. Find out, and then do your conditioning the next whatever. Okay, we're good with that? Yes? Set up your meetings with Renee. Where is she? Oh. I thought you were in the back for some reason. So as a team, you guys are going to set up, I think 2 teams are booked with you? Yeah, so 2 teams are booked as of right now, okay? We're booking what, not next week, but the week after?
This week.
This week? We're booking this week, okay? So find your, Tanya, will answer your phone? I want you guys to stay on top of that mindset. That video was put there for a reason. If you guys are having those kind of blocks, I want you guys to get on the mindset. You're going to journal. You're going to watch those webinars. Okay? They're literally 10 minutes long. And they come out every 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to watch a 10-minute video. Okay? 2 to 5 minutes a day to journal. Seriously, that's what I wrote here. Seriously, dudes, it's like 5 minutes a day. To write down 3 questions. Okay, and it actually gets you thinking about shit. Right? Alright. Now, for December 6th, we are planning a social. So, we're going to do a team WOD in the morning, and then we're going to plan a social. I'm going to get my ass on the liquor license this week, and then $10 a ticket. We're going to sell to everybody in LDF first, and then we can go outside. So, all your friends, your spouses, your whatever. Okay, if they want to come, then you can sell them tickets, and then we're going to open it up to the public. Okay? Yes? We're good? That? And then t-shirts, the pre-sale goes until Wednesday if you want to order. We got some computers here that you guys can order off the website. I believe you can do it through Zen Planner. Somebody was telling me you can go right through Zen Planner and do it there. Mobility, we're going to start bringing mobility, and we're going to flip it between Olympic lifting class and mobility class, and that's the 7 a.m. class on Saturdays. Okay, stay on top of your mobility. If you're not, I actually have to get on that video. It's 6 weeks in and I still haven't done the video. I'll get the video done. And you guys can do it at home, but you guys have to stay on top of it. November 11th is a team WOD. We got Linda that's going to be taking pictures for us. Okay, so she's going to take some pretty kick-ass pictures. And then, yeah, we're going to have those available for you as well. And then testimonials. If you guys have anything awesome to say about your journey and about your thing here with LDF, I would love to get those in. It doesn't have to be long, it could just be a few sentences, a sentence. And we're emailing Dan this week from the Herald. and he wanted to do a MidPoint check-in story. So hopefully get some of those testimonials. I'd love to just bombard the shit out of him with all that shit. Okay? And then the breakdown for the morning of December 6th, we're going to do the final weigh-in at 8 a.m. We're going to do the team WOD. Give yourselves at least an hour and a half for the WOD. Okay? It's my birthday, so we're going to do my birthday WOD. And there might be beer burpees involved. There might be beer burpees involved.
Beer burpee?
Beer
At
burpees
9 a.m.
at 9 a.m. So it's my birthday, dude. Don't judge.
The whole day?
The whole day, well, the
So
day
beer
before.
starts at 9 and goes all day?
No, WOD goes from 9 till about 10:30.
Okay.
Beer burpees
It's all day.
might happen, guys. Just FYI. We'll have gluten beers for me and you. Yeah.
And you'll have a couple garbage cans around.
And we'll have some garbage cans around. Yeah, those are gonna be fun. Winner gets $500 that morning when they leave the gym, and then we're gonna either throw some glitter at them, we'll see how rainbowy we feel that day, or we'll soak you with cheap champagne. Okay? The team decides that day on a date and whatever works for everybody involved, okay? And then you're gonna go home, nap, and get ready to party like it's 1999. And then you guys want to continue, there's a deal for 1 year. Unlimited or regular. You save $25 a month on unlimited pass, and you save $15 a month for regular. If you were in mid-contract, ladies, you are not eligible for this, I'm sorry. But everybody else is, okay? Cool? We're good with that? The deal expires December 8th. Is there any questions on anything that you guys want to talk about for fitness or whatever?
So that's the price, you just take $25 off.
Yeah, that's going to be off the 2015 prices. I'm going to have some prices for that. We're just getting all the math done on the number crunches now. So I'll have that for you guys. Okay? So I just wanted to add something to what Lynn said. She mentioned that she wants you guys to set an 8-week goal and, you know, really focus on achieving that goal. I'm going to have to move you. Sorry. When she started the very first class, I had to separate her and Lynn. But what I just wanted to add to that was that I'm going to talk a little bit about how we have like an overwhelming amount of like negative self-talk. Okay, I briefed on that for the launch, at the launch. But when you're setting a goal and you're focused on that, on reaching that goal, the majority of your thoughts are going toward reaching that goal, so you think less negatively. You have less negative thoughts. Does that make sense? So it's always good to have that, to have goals, set goals, focus on them, and go forward with it. So here I go. This is my very first PowerPoint presentation. And the first thing that I want to say is congratulations for coming this far, 6 weeks in. How do you guys feel? Yeah, right? Yes, that's huge. For many of you, I remember talking to you when you guys signed up for when you guys showed up to the launch, and you guys were scared. You didn't know what to expect, right? But you guys are 6 weeks in, and look how far you've come, and look how you feel. She was talking about the numbers. Who cares about the numbers, really? Look what you guys are able to do physically, so congratulations. And how is the nutrition going? How's the nutrition going within the 6 weeks?
It's better.
Do you guys notice a difference in the nutrition since before?
Well, my goodness, I'm quick to start.
Because you worked so hard. Yeah, exactly. So I'm one of three. I share and teach one of three aspects in life, right? Body, mind, spirit, I guess, right? Mindset. Okay, fitness, mindset, nutrition. Okay, so this is what I am passionate about, is the mindset. So I'm just going to explain to you what mindset is, because many times people are like, oh, what does that have to do with anything? Now, I'm going to go through quickly my slideshow because Lynn shared a ton of mindset stuff with you guys, and I think, yeah, thanks.
for that. But, so what is mindset? Mindset is the established set of attitudes held by someone, okay? And my favorite definition of it is a set of beliefs or a way of thinking that determines one's behavior, outlook, or mental attitude. Does that resonate with everybody? Do you think you gotta have a positive mindset in order to lift that weight, to achieve your fitness goals, to achieve your nutrition goals? Yeah. So there is a process, okay, this is my favorite quote. There is a process in becoming anything. There is a process in becoming anything, right? You gotta go through a process. You gotta go through a process to become whatever it is that you want to become, have, or do. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. I'm gonna take you through and show you a few tools in order to make this challenge a success for you guys. So I want you to take a minute and think about, why are you guys here? Why did you guys sign up for the Get Fit Challenge? Okay. Go back to that moment when you thought, I'm going to sign up. It's time. I'm ready. Okay, and share with me. Is anybody willing to share with me why you guys originally signed up?
I was getting tired of not being able to climb stairs at work.
There you go. And that's huge, right?
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, actually, it's funny. I went to the doctor to get the blood pressure checked, and it was really high.
Okay.
And I literally, to the doctor that I went to, was like a clinic right across the street from downtown Transformer. And Lynn had a booth set up, and I saw her there, and I was like, "Fuck this! I'm signing up for this."
Good for you. I was there. I remember you coming up.
Okay,
Yeah. Good for you.
So it was just kind of like,
It was like everything was
I
aligned,
needed to change
right?
something, and there was the opportunity, so I had to do it.
There you go. Yes.
Do you know anybody before you? No one dragged
No,
you?
I literally went.
Nobody drank. So you're here for maybe for your confidence level. You want to raise your confidence level, right? You want weight loss. You want to get strong, get healthy nutritionally, or a new mindset, new result, right? What's my man Einstein's quote? Is the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. So guess what, guys? When you signed up, you did something different. You're going to get a different result, okay? So that's why I want to congratulate you and really encourage you guys to celebrate the fact that you did that. So in the beginning, I asked you guys to be aware of your self-talk. Do you remember that? If you guys were here, I said, take a moment and think about what is the majority of the things you think every day, right? Now, it may have looked something like that, like I'm not good enough, I'm stressed, I'm ugly, I'm useless, and those are harsh words. They're harsh words. But the majority of us think that. Am I right? Okay. No hope, I'm stuck, I'm a failure, why bother, and so on and so forth. Okay, does that resonate with everybody? If not, amazing. So, do you think your self-talk has improved since I asked you to be aware of it?
Every time I left the gym, it was gone. It's barely there.
Yeah. And that's hormonal too, right? Like you're releasing those endorphins, like you're getting your body moving. So that really helps you along. Anybody else? Did you notice that it's improved since you were actually asked to be aware of what's going through your mind? Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like it to improve?
Yeah.
Would you like to actually think, I am strong, I love myself? Has anybody ever, do you guys think that thoughts like that? Like, I love myself, I am pretty cool, I look pretty damn good. Things like that, right? It's funny, but a lot of women go through life never being able to think that way about themselves. So, I want you to take a moment and I want you to think about, how do you guys view yourselves right now, in this present moment? How do you view yourself? I want you guys to just totally throw something out there. How do you view yourself right now? Who's willing to share? work in progress. A work in progress. I love that because we are never done, right? If we're done, we're stuck. Where do you go? We're always
See my
work in
potential?
progress. What's that?
Seeing my own personal potential.
Seeing your own personal
One rep
potential.
at a time.
And
One rep at a time.
but you're proud of it, right? You're
Yeah.
doing it. You're accomplishing it.
I feel pretty good
You
today.
feel pretty good? Good.
Monday I felt broken. That's how I describe
Yeah,
myself. I
yeah.
felt broken.
Yeah.
But, you know, coming back, because I took a couple days off because I was not happy.
Yeah.
And then I feel better now after coming back.
Good.
A couple days.
Good. So when you guys do feel good, I want you guys to be aware of it, be conscious of it, and really try to spread that, okay? Really try to remember the thoughts that you're thinking and think about it a little bit more. Focus a little bit more on those really good thoughts when you're in those really good places, okay? So that's good. So at the beginning, or at one time in your life, you may have thought, I'm not smart enough, pretty enough, funny enough, honest, tall, skinny enough. And now you may be getting to the point where you are stronger than you think. I am enough. I got this. You are enough right now, where you're at, right? You're supposed to be where you're at right now. Now, then we take a look at where you were, where you are now. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to view yourself? How do you want to view yourself? Okay, what's your goal for yourself at the end of this challenge? Yes, weight loss. Yes, this, and that. But really, how do you want to see yourself when you look in the mirror? Okay? Do you want to look in the mirror and regardless of what you weigh, how you look, or anything like that to anyone else, how do you want to view yourself? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to look in the mirror and go, I'm strong? Do you want to feel free? I'm smart, beautiful, happy, or I can, right? Any suggestions? How do you want to view yourself?
Successful.
Successful, that's a great one.
Confident.
Confident, yes.
Content.
Content. That's an awesome feeling.
Bless.
Yeah, follow your bliss, Joseph Campbell always said. Brilliant words. So what's your vision for yourself, right? Just another way of asking it. What's your vision for yourself? A vision is another word for goal. What's your goal for yourself? What's your vision for yourself? Vision is just more visual, right? So how do you make this vision happen? Right? We're going to talk about, so be honest, who's watched the mindset videos?
Steph is getting called out today.
Have you watched the mindset videos? Who hasn't? You, that's because I gave you a lecture. Have you guys watched them? Okay, well, guess what, guys? I'm going to review them. So, and whoever has watched them, this will be a great reminder. So, but please watch them. There's a lot more content in the videos than I have right here. So, how do we make that happen, okay? Here are a couple ways. First is visualize, okay? Daydream, use your imagination, whatever. Visualize as often as possible as if you have already achieved what it is that you want to achieve. Does that make sense, guys? Visualize where you want to be. Visualize eating healthy, it being so easy and so second nature to get up in the morning and make that healthy breakfast and have that lunch, smiling while you're doing it because it's easy, it's part of your life now, it's just something that you do. Enjoying your workouts, enjoying the people that you work out with, reaching your weight loss goals or your slimming down goals or getting strong goals, whatever resonates with you. Envision yourself there, having already achieved it, and then go a little bit further and envision what it feels like, okay? Sit in that feeling for a little while. So that is key. That is key. You gotta occupy your thoughts with what you want to achieve, right? And it will in turn replace the thoughts that you just shouldn't be thinking about, which is all that negative self-talk. Now, who knows what an affirmation is? I know a few of you guys know that.
Oh, I was going to say, there's some people here that should be answering that right now.
Okay, so an affirmation is simply a thought that you guys think over and over and over again.
until it becomes like a limiting or an empowering belief. An affirmation. I can't do this. I'm not strong enough. Oh my God. And so on and so forth. Does anybody else have any affirmations that limit them that you guys want to share? Come on, Monica.
Don't get me started.
It's mental block.
Yeah.
Mindset, exactly.
I got a big mindset to squat. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, okay, so what's your affirmation? What do you say in your head when you're faced with squatting?
Oh, I'll go there and see Steph freaking squat more than me. Well, I better get my ass eaten.
Okay, but that's motivation.
That's seeing
But-
somebody else do it, right?
Yes, and that's the wonderful part
But
of
the
it.
biggest thing that stops me from doing it is injury.
Yeah, I don't want to get hurt. This is going to hurt me, right? This is going to hurt me. I better not look too heavy. I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to get hurt. I'm not strong enough. My legs aren't strong enough. I haven't done this. Right? Those are affirmations. Those are those negative thoughts that you keep thinking over and over and over again. You think them over and over and over. You think them enough, they become a limiting belief. Right? Regardless of whether you can or you can't, you believe you can't. So that's limiting you. Something that you believe about
It's
yourself.
changing over the last, it's changing now to positive. Over the
Yeah.
change.
And that's why mindset is only one part of the three.
Mindset's everything.
Mindset's huge.
Mindset's harder
Yeah.
than doing reps. It's all
Yeah.
goes on in your head.
Yeah. So, yes, we're going to go through some examples of negative and positive affirmations, but I just want to be clear that an affirmation is just a thought that you guys think over and over again until it turns, and then it will turn into a limiting or an empowering belief. Okay? Does that make sense to everyone? Now, here are some more examples of the negative affirmations. So, I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. Who do I think I am to do this? I'm too old to actually reach my goals now. I've heard that many times. I'm too ugly. I'm unhealthy. I'm always sick. There just isn't enough time. And that may be a fact to you, but it's something that you guys think and think and think, so you believe it, right? Positive affirmations. I am strong. I am good enough. I am getting stronger every day. Every day I'm getting stronger. I love working out. I'm healthy. I'm beautiful. I'm smart. And I'm happy. Because why do we do whatever it is that we do, guys? Why do we work out? Why do we want to get healthy? Why do we want to work on our mindset? The ultimate goal here is just to be happy. Why do you want money? You want to be happy, right? Why do you want to look in the mirror and like what you see? Because you want to be happy. You want to be content. You want to be happy. Right? So those are positive affirmations. Positive things you think about yourself. And those too turn into empowering beliefs. So this is just a reminder that you didn't get to where you're at overnight. So it's not going to be overnight. You're not going to get there to where you want to be like that. Okay? Oh, and this is my corny little thing. Lynn's like, oh my God. But I was like, I like it. This is like 12 weeks spent to get fit is like the beginning of your new life. It's like you're in training to create a lifestyle, right? Is what the 12 weeks is, because you have so much support. And I'm corny, so whatever. So, loving who you are right now. Okay? How many people, oh, this. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I've done this a couple of times with the Invest in Yourself classes. Now I'm going to, if you guys aren't familiar with visualization, you will be right now. I'm going to get you guys to close your eyes, but before you do, how many people here have children? How many people have children in their lives that kind of feel like their children? Steph's like, no. I want you just to imagine how perfect a child is then, okay? Okay. So, everybody just close your eyes for a minute. I'm going to get you guys to really practice this visualizing. This might hurt a little bit. Okay. Please close your eyes. I want you to really, this is like a little practice in imagination, okay? So just, I want you to take a deep breath in to the bottom of your stomach. Breathing out, just relax your shoulders. Now, I want you to imagine when you gave birth to your child, when you first saw that child that is so close to you, any child. And I want you to envision how perfect those babies are. fingers, perfect toes. They were just perfect. Okay? They get a little bit older and you think that they're just the funniest things ever. They cry, you might get a little frustrated, but they're still perfect. Okay? Think about them starting to crawl, then they discover themselves in the mirror. They look in the mirror and they see perfection. At that young age, they see perfection. They look at their fingers, they look at their toes, and they're amazed by how intricate their body works. Can you see that? They're blown away by their own feces. They play with it. Even that amazes them. Yes, it's gross. But every ounce of them is perfect to them. Basically what I'm getting at is that you guys were born loving who you were. Okay? You guys were always born loving who you were. You guys can open your eyes. You were born loving who you were. So you guys are connected with that feeling. Okay? You're born loving every ounce of yourself. You are connected with that feeling and you can get back there. It is possible. Now, when did it start going downhill? Maybe downhill's a little harsh. But when did it start affecting you, right? When did you start having problems with your self-confidence, your self-worth, and things like that? Maybe it started in school, maybe it started just parents intending to do really, really well and placing expectations upon you. Wherever it is, it's there, it's natural, you can get it back, okay? Does everybody want to feel that? Everybody want to feel like our bodies work their asses off for us without us even knowing. We could mentally abuse it, physically, emotionally abuse our bodies, treat it like shit, and your body is just working its ass off trying to carry you through life. Okay? I want you guys, this is definitely an alternative way to look at things, but I'd like you to hear this and do with it what you will. But our cells in our body, the way our blood flows through our body, how our body works, happens without us even thinking about it, right? So I just want you guys to take that into consideration. Imagine what can happen when we do focus on it. So this is personal responsibility, okay? And again, go back to why you guys signed up. Remember that everything is happening or not happening because of you, okay? And I'm just going to pretend to be Lynn here and be a little bit of a hard ass for a minute. So no one can do the work but you guys, right? If it's happening, it's because of you. If it's not happening, it's because of you. But nobody can do the work but you guys. You guys are presented with these wonderful opportunities of mindset, getting your head into the right place to achieve your goals and really experience success. The nutrition aspect of it, the fitness aspect of it, you guys got it all here, but it's up to you to do the work, right? So, no more excuses, okay? You guys, I want you guys to go back. Oh, no, I have more. So now that you, let's talk about a few more ways to make it happen, and I'm going to really rush through this so Renee has some time up here. So support systems. Hold on.
We can go longer.
Support systems. Who do you guys have for support? Okay? I have the fact is that in order to be successful, okay, the Get Fit Challenge, you're going to have to connect with people who are familiar to what you're going through, right? And that's where your right and left hand people come into play, and I won't go into that because it's in the videos. I'll quiz you later. So setting yourself up for success. Okay, when you're feeling energetic, prepare those foods, post the sticky notes that remind you to love what you see in the mirror, okay? Surround yourself with like-minded people who hold the same vision of you as you and who are going to support the same vision as your vision. So remember that this is key. You're not going to create a healthy body by thinking negatively about yourself. Does that make sense? you think negatively about yourself, you're not going to create what your vision is. You've got to really get your mindset into it. Okay? You'll never have good self-esteem by thinking negative thoughts about yourself. Okay, so that is my, does anybody have any questions about that? And if this is something that interests you guys, we're going to be doing some workshops and on how to really get this going. We have the Invest in Yourself classes too.
Well, they wanted to say about being a spouse.
Yes.
I wanted to do this for 1 year, a bit. So it was always the most supportive, like where's dinner and all this kind of stuff. I think, like, since I'm sort of coming here, I think there's probably, let your spouses know what you get out of coming here. Because when I start to understand why, now that I'm doing it, it helps me understand why she was joining the company.
Yeah.
So I think if your spouses understand why you're doing this, it also hopefully improves their life.
Yeah.
I think that's something you gotta convey them.
Yeah.
Even if it costs a bit of money, even this time, this and that, it's definitely helped me understand better about what the draw is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. No, that's awesome advice. Yeah, really communicate to your
Find a
spouse.
way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the most important person in the world because you can bite your head off. But I've learned that there's a way to let your spouse know that it's important to you.
Yeah. I covered a lot of what I want to talk about, which was body composition. So at the end of the day, she covered a lot of it. So I won't go repeating myself too much or repeating what she said, but just make sure that your goals are realistic. I know a lot of people are going on the scale and thinking, oh, I didn't lose any weight, I only lost 1 pound, but maybe if your goal isn't realistic, like if you're already in a healthy weight range, maybe your goal of losing weight isn't realistic. But maybe what you really want is you want to tone up and you want to change your body composition. So I know for me, I didn't come here needing to lose weight. I didn't need to, but I did lose some when I first came, but then when I started building muscle, I actually gained 10 pounds, but I lost inches. So I changed my body composition. My pants were too big, my clothes was too big, but I gained 10 pounds. But I was smaller. So it is possible to change your body composition. Don't obsess over the number on the scale. And the other thing I can say about the nutrition piece is they say that it's more nutrition than it even is fitness in terms of exercising. So you guys are committed to the exercise piece. You guys are here, you're working out, you're working your asses off, which is awesome. But if you don't have the nutrition piece, then you're not going to get your goals to where you want to be. Some people go, I don't know that I would go as far as saying this high of a ratio. Some people say it's 80% nutrition, 20% exercise. I don't know that I believe that it's that high, but I believe it's probably at least 70% nutrition, at least. So if you guys can get your nutrition in the next 6 weeks, really get on top of that, then that's going to really help you. I mean, it's your fuel, right? So how are you going to really work out and do a good workout and get through your day and be energized if you don't give your body what it needs for nutrients and to fight off infections and disease and that kind of thing. So I just really want to leave it up to you guys to ask any questions you might have about nutrition. So if you have any questions,
I was thinking for the next 3 days, do that whole 30 program.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Yes.
How do you think of that?
How do I say this nicely?
Just pull a me for a second.
Huh?
Pull how I would answer that.
Well, you answered then. I would focus more on how can you make a lifelong change. So take what you could out of that to make something that's a permanent change rather than something you just do for 30 days. Because then it's, even in my opinion, like you have this mindset that I'm doing this for 30 days, I just have to do this for 30 days, and when the 30 days is up, what are you doing after that? You know what I mean? So I'm a firm believer in setting lifestyle, and making changes that can be permanent versus doing something for 30 days. Because 30 days can, yes, make a big difference, but it's what you're going to do from here on in for the rest of your life. It's really going to impact you in the long run. To me, it's kind of like another diet, and I'm not a big diet pusher. I don't believe in them because people get off of them and they go right back to their old habits. So that's kind of where my nice way of answering.
It was very nice.
feeling hungry,
Yeah.
your metabolism's working. So you have to get used to.
So if I had my calorie count, I'm sitting going, man, I'm hungry, I want to eat.
Well, I want you to listen to your body cues too, though. So if you are hungry, are you eating the right stuff? Are you eating things that's going to satiate you? So are you eating enough protein? Are you eating enough fat? Are you eating enough carbs? Are you eating it in the right ratio? And are you eating often enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you are working a lot, right? So you're burning a lot. So you will, if you're hungry, that's good. That means your body's burning off what you are eating. But I usually tell people if you're hungry, you probably want to eat, or you want to find out if you're actually thirsty. Sometimes we think we're hungry, but we're thirsty. So chug back a bunch of water. If you're still hungry, eat something healthy.
Do you have any suggestions for aids for helping to track calories?
Like on apps and stuff?
There or anywhere?
Yeah, the ones on the website, eattracker.ca is one, MyFitnessPal is another one. Just keep in mind that something like MyFitnessPal, people can enter stuff in, so it isn't always 100% accurate, but it's pretty good. So that can help you keep track. But eattracker.ca, and it shows you a breakdown of how many carbs, protein, fats, and all the nutrients that you're taking into. Eat Tracker with 1 T. You can write it down for you after.
Not MyFitnessPal too, you can punch and say you go to, where do we go? Someplace?
Restaurants.
Yeah, you punch in a restaurant or Booster Juice, it'll pull up the bag. And everything's in it too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not 100% accurate, but it's just sort of. Yeah, so if you have to eat more, right? How do you figure out what you're not? Sometimes it's experimenting. So, because I might have given you whatever your calorie count was. If you're below that, then maybe you're not having enough. Some people just experiment, so they start eating more, and then they're like, how am I eating more but losing weight? And it just works. Because our body kind of can go into starvation mode if we're not eating enough. It's going to hold on to everything because it needs something just to survive. So
you do that for like a window of time, and then you kind of get to a point where your body adjusts? Or
it can.
Going on like this? Is it maybe something else?
It can, but at the end of the day, if you're not eating enough, you're not getting enough of the nutrients that you need. So you don't want to be malnourished either.
Right.
But yeah, it could be for a window of time. Everybody's a little bit different for sure, because your body needs to adjust to what you've been doing for the last however many years.
So if you do like, say, you told me like 20, I think it was 2,600 calories, and then I go play hockey and it says that burns like 700. Why not that 700 on?
See, I don't know that playing hockey is going to burn 700 calories. You have to play hockey for a long time.
Well, it depends on how busy you are with the shots. He sweats a lot with the gear.
Yeah. 700 calories?
Yeah, maybe not. And I think if you were forward, yes.
See, but it all depends on what your goals are, right? Depends on what your goals are. So at the end of the day, if you want to lose weight, you need to burn more than you're taking in. So whether you want to take in, whether you want to subtract that from how much you're taking in, or whether you want to, the exercise is taking off calories too, right? So you don't have to necessarily eat on those extra 700 calories.
Like if you're exercising like that, you're always taking in 2,500, 2,600.
But we said that would be accounting for your exercise.
That's accounting for it? Oh yeah.
It's also a little deceiving too, because that's also with the calories you would burn during that time period, right? So if I went out and I was commuting for an hour and it says I burned 200 calories, well, I probably would have burned 90 calories anyways, just around this. So that's already kind of within your goals, and it's already accounted for, so.
Sometimes calorie counting can become like an obsession, which isn't always a good thing. It also, you really have to think about what are in your calories. Are you getting the nutrients you need at the end of the day? So it's not just about just calories. I mean, you can eat all within the right calories and eat crap food, but still be within, right? So I can only take in 1,500 calories a day. Well, I can go to McDonald's and I can have Big Mac, a Diet Coke, and fries, large fries. That's 1,500 calories. So that's all I eat for the day. Am I going to be a healthy person and achieve my goals? No, right? Yeah, unfortunately, too, nutrition is kind of, it's not a one size fits all. Everybody's a little bit different. I truly believe that what works for one person won't necessarily work for the next person. So somebody might tell you, this is what I do, it works for me, but that might not work for you. And that could be for various reasons. It could be preferences, could be your genetic makeup, could be just your lifestyle, could be your mindset.
Good healthy snack foods? No, I'm asking if there are any.
Is what?
Good healthy snack foods.
Oh,
So my name
oh
is-
yes. Like any fruits and vegetables. Yeah. Fruits and veggies. Those are your best bets. Easiest. Almonds.
How many almonds can we have, though, right? You
Yeah.
go overboard.
Well, and all like 20 is usually what I say.
Oh,
A day.
in a day?
20 is like a serving. I wouldn't have more than that.
What about cashews?
Similar.
Okay.
I actually can't think of it.
The question about both nuts.
All that have different benefits to, or all the nuts have some different benefits to them. So some have more iron, some have more omega-3s, some maybe.
Don't you have to watch with the saturated fats? Like if they're-
Saturated fat.
Yeah, if they're roasted.
Yeah, so I say plain. You want them to be plain, not
But don't you
seasoned.
have to watch if they're roasted, but plain?
Not necessarily, as long as they haven't added anything in seasoning.
So you look at, say, trail mix and that's what say.
Yeah, but trail mix, you have to make your own trail
Okay,
mix
so
usually.
we'll just say like.
Because usually they add salt, so it's really impossible to find most places trail mix that
So
doesn't
half
have
of
M&Ms
cashew
in it or something.
with no salt is like 300 calories.
Yeah, it's a lot of calories. So
Where do they come from? Does it come from the oil after
Yes.
it's been baked?
well, they're naturally in them.
But is
Nuts.
it the same when it's raw?
So should
Naturally, they have fat in them.
Okay.
is it better to toast them first?
No,
No? Oh,
The raw one.
not necessarily.
well, what is better then?
You don't have to roast them, just eat them. I don't care if they're raw or roasted, just don't have anything with added seasoning